Hey guys, welcome back. We are going to continue with our Disney deck today, the Disney villains, just because I feel like I want to work more with this deck because I'm not familiar enough with it. And yeah, that's about the only reason why. And this deck is still bent. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, I guess, what can you do, right? What can you do? All right, 2 more shuffles. So, hope everyone is doing well this Monday morning. And we are, on the eve of a new moon in Cancer. Cancer being in the 4th house. So that is all about family and nurturing and good stuff like that. Cancer new moon is, Cancer is actually the sign that the moon is most comfortable in. So it is, in fact, the best time for manifestations. This would be conception. So not necessarily a pregnancy, but any conceiving of new ideas, etc. Oh, I'm trying to burn my altar down. Sorry, guys. That sage was going nuts today. I don't know. Anyway, there we go. So I'm going to actually shuffle these a little more. And we'll see what Spirit has to tell us today for our eve of the Cancer new moon. Yeah, I'm still trying to bend these cards back. Drive me nuts. I don't know. I guess I have OCD when it comes to this stuff. I used to be a blackjack dealer. Go figure. Oh, so I know why that just struck me as really funny. And those of you that know me know that was never good enough. So yeah, I had to move up to pit boss on that regard. But anyway, we're gonna get this last shuffle in. And bottom of the deck, we've got True Love. So good times coming, guys. That would be the Lover's card in traditional tarot. I find it awesome that it's Ariel and Eric because those of you that know me know that The Little Mermaid is my absolute utter favorite and has been since before I even had kids. I can't even blame the kids for that one because I was a Little Mermaid fan long before I ever got married and had children. So a little weird there, but whatever. I'm going to actually get the book out on this one. Like I said, I'm just trying to get more familiar with it. So we've got True Love. In the upright, the true love represents harmony, unity, and fate. Nothing can get in the way of true love, not even Ursula's seductive human alter ego, Vanessa. The True Love Tarot card represented fated connections, love, and harmonious partnerships. In relationship-themed tarot reading, this card signifies a great connection and a perfect match. Often the true love indicates an important decision or crossroads. Consider your options carefully, and you'll get your happily ever after. So yeah, I kind of feel like this is going to end up being a love reading. I try to steer away from them because I try to keep my readings more focused on you against you, but being that that's what we had on the bottom of the deck, and I usually see the bottom of the deck as the underlying theme, I guess, if you will. And anyway, with it being the new moon coming up and we're in Cancer season and so forth, I feel like it's all that hidden, mysterious kind of energy. So, yeah, you got something new coming in, or whatever love situation you're in. It's about to take a turn for the better. Be careful with pregnancies, guys, especially with the recent chain of events in politics. But not trying to get into a political discussion about that. But yeah, just to be aware of your cycle and whatnot. Anyway, good times coming in the love areas. If you're married, maybe it gets better. If you're looking to get married, maybe you get that ring. If you're looking to reconnect with someone from the past, that may happen. Basically, the choice is yours, like the card said. If you use your intuition, guys, and you do what feels better, then you can never be wrong. Next card out is Death in reverse. Ooh. And there are 2 cards here stuck together. All right, well, let's look at Death in reverse first. Death. That looks like Hades to me. I have to brush up on my Disney characters, but we've got 2 major arcana back to back. So keep that in mind. These are major cycles we're going through. Temperance, Death. Death in reverse. When the tarot card Death is drawn in reverse, indicates you're resisting necessary personal transformation. Do you have a bad habit you know you need to break? Maybe you're having trouble moving on from something or someone in your past. Death, when reversed, reminds you that you have to let go of the old in order to embrace a new future. You won't do yourself any favors by conjuring fireballs and letting your temper get the best of you when confronted with change. Instead, keep your cool, stay calm and collected as you step into the unknown, and trust you'll come out on the other side of the happier and the healthier. So I was watching a show the other night, and I don't know why this card, well, I do know why this card reminded me of it, but anyway, watching this show, New Amsterdam, which I love. And the doctors noticed that the girl that had been brought in with an ectopic pregnancy had a barcode on the back of her ear. So that meant she had been being sex trafficked. So they were trying to help her and help her escape from this situation. Well, of course, the gentleman that brought her in was not letting her out of his sight. So they sent her in for a urine sample. On the back of the door, they told her to write in red pen if she needed help and black pen if she didn't. So she wrote her name in red pen. So long story short, they get the police involved. They do a quick switch of the characters. And next thing you know, the guy's arrested and he's gone. And the girl is in a supply closet of all places talking to the doctor. And the doctor tells the girl that there's a social worker coming in to help her who has dealt with this stuff in the past. Blah, blah, blah. So the girl says, well, there's more girls back there that need my help or that need to be rescued. And the doctor looks her square dead in the eye and as bluntly as she can say it, says, you cannot have any contact with your past. I know you want to help those girls, but you have to think about yourself first now. And the girl gets a look of panic on her face. And the doctor tells her, with freedom, you always pay a big price. Freedom comes at a price or something to that effect. And the girl begins to cry, of course, and says, at least when I was with whatever the guy's name was, I knew what was coming. I knew what to expect. I knew what kind of nightmare I was in for every day when I woke up. Now, I don't have any idea what's coming. And that is almost scarier. So guys, we always have a tendency to think of the worst, right? Of what the worst case scenario is. And we've been conditioned psychologically to do that. I challenge you to think of what best can come. What's the best case scenario? What is the absolute best thing that can happen? And then remember that God or the universe or spirit or source creator, whatever you want to call it, can always think of something better than you can. So have faith in that and trust it. If you can have faith and trust that, then that transformation process that you're resisting, that can happen, and it can happen in your favor, and it doesn't have to be painful. Under that, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So King of Wands is the mature energy of the fire signs. So that could be Aries, Leo, Sag. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. I don't often refer to astrology in my readings, but I don't know. It's been a weird day, so there's that. I'm going to read from the book. King of Wands in the reverse. The King of Wands gets carried away by his visions and his dreams. His expectations become unrealistically high, and he grows increasingly frustrated as they go unmet. This tarot card encourages you to be inspired but sensible. Okay, so that almost basically contradicts the card before it, but not so much. So have your plan, guys. Have your vision, have your dreams, and trust that the universe can provide that and something better. But you know what? Be realistic. Obviously, the chances of you randomly getting a check for $20 million in your mail with no strings attached is probably unlikely. Not saying it couldn't happen, because it can, but highly unlikely. So when you are in that manifestation phase tomorrow with the new moon, ask for things, but don't ask for how they happen, right? Just ask for the end product. At the end of the day, what do you want $20 million in your mailbox for? You want to buy a nice house. You want to buy a nice car. You want to have nice things. What do you want the nice things for? What feeling is it that you're going to get from that situation that will be manifested by the attainment of those things. And then focus on the feeling, not the things, not the hows. When they say don't focus on the hows, forget about what outside influences are going to create that feeling within you and just create the feeling. You know, if you want to feel like you're being helpful to society, then feel that. And however the universe decides to use you to do that, then that will happen. You know, if you want the feeling of abundance, you want the feeling of happy, you want the feeling of not worrying about bills, focus on that and don't focus on how that happens. And I think that's what that card is trying to say. So let's get some advice for this true love, transformation, happily ever after, unwittingly beautiful reading so far. And I feel called to remind you guys with the death card in reverse there, it's mostly blue. Okay, that's going to be your throat chakra and your third eye. Use your intuition. See the things that you can't see with your eyes. You know, feel the feelings, feel the energy, and allow things to transform. Remember, if you're in a relationship that's maybe not going that great, you can't create a new relationship, even with that person, until you let go of the old one. So here's your advice that's jumping all over the place. And we've got the moon, but that was in the reverse. Actually, both these were in the reverse. We've got the moon and we've got judgment. And again, you've got 5 cards in today's reading, 4 of which are major arcana. This is divinely guided, guys. This is, you were going to get here regardless of any of the decisions that you made. Okay? And your dreams and your visions, as fantastic as they might seem, has a lot of divine energy around it. Okay? You are in manifestation mode. I mean, you're going to create whatever it is you want to create. It's coming. So prepare for it. Be careful what you wish for. I don't know why that struck me as funny, but it always does when people say that. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So the moon in reverse, the more obsessed human becomes with taking the throne from Emperor Cusco, the more nonsensical and desperate her plans become. Are you like, I can't even say that, Yzma? Getting carried away and making things more complicated than they need to be. The moon reversed advises you to center yourself and restore balance to your inner world. Your goals are ambitious and you'll have more success if you pursue them strategically and keep your wits about you. All right, guys, don't go flying off the handle and having a complete and utter meltdown when things don't go your way. You know, we're not 3. And we need to stop acting like we are. You have these fantastic things that you want, that you're manifesting. And I'm not saying it can't be done. And I hesitate to agree with the book on that. But you can't have a meltdown when it doesn't happen exactly the way that you think it should. The universe knows way more than you do, and way more than I do. And it always has our best interests at heart. So, you know, God is like the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. He's going to only do what's in your best interest. He wants the shortest path, the path of least resistance, to get you to that feeling that you want. So don't question his methods on how to get there. Judgment in the reverse, when reversed, indicates you're stuck in a self-imposed rut, like the quick to judge Queen of Hearts, losing her temper over and over again. Are you staying committed to any old behavior patterns or perspectives that no longer serve you? This tarot card is a clear sign it's time for the personal transformation you've been avoiding. Like red rose in royal gardens, you're ready to bloom in the best version of yourself. It's time to get to work. Guys, we cannot transform until we release things that no longer serve us, until we're willing to go the extra mile, to do the hard work, to do the gut-wrenching shadow work, to explore our subconscious and see what things we're creating within ourselves and uncover the patterns that exist within ourselves. You know, it starts with us. We can't blame anybody else for the way that we feel. Nobody, not one person in the world. If you are resenting every single person in your life, you're making a choice to resent that person. And in doing so, you're resisting the blessings that the universe is trying to bring you, and you're resisting these manifestations that you're creating. Look at all this resistance energy, guys. And it's all because of this true love, or not because of, but you're either hindering it, or it can't come to fruition without turning these things around. You know, that's what you're gonna, that is what you're gonna miss out on if you keep continuing to resist doing the work, seeing things the way that they're meant to be seen, transforming things, transmuting things, being realistic. Obviously, you're not going to take one step and be at the top of the mountain. You know, everything takes time, and there's a pattern and a path and a meaning for every one of those steps on the path. There's knowledge to be gained, and there's lessons to be learned. And without that knowledge and without those lessons, the top isn't. It's nothing. You can't get to true love without doing this work, guys. You just can't. You just can't. Because true love begins with you. You have to love yourself before anyone else can love you. And if you don't love yourself unconditionally, nobody else can. You got to teach people how to treat you. And if you're teaching them that you're not worthy, if you feel unworthy, they're going to feel it, and that's how they're going to treat you. So you have to, it has to start with you. It's all about you. Even though this is about a love reading, or maybe it's a partnership, maybe it's a business, I don't know what it is, but whatever it's about, whatever manifestation that you're working on, is never going to come to fruition until you do the work. Bottom line, you got to do the work. So you don't get a paycheck without showing up to work. I was going to do the fortune cookies, but you know what? This is a deck I haven't used in a really long time. I just kind of uncovered it. And it's one that I used to use all the time, and I kind of like it. So this is going to be our advice for today to keep our day going. What is our message for that? Adventure is out there, but you got to want it, and you got to get into the energy of it. And I see, you know what? A lot of purple and blue, guys. A little bit of sacral in there, but your throat chakra, your third eye, and your crown, your upper three, which I got purple nail polish. I don't know if any of you guys know about the chakras, right? In your hands. So you've got the root chakra, the sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, which I think is funny because that would be solar plexus. Your heart chakra, number one, first and foremost, everything with love. And that's the only way that you can get to the upper three. The crown, the third eye, and the throat chakra. So remember that when you're worried about, when you're trying to remember the chakras. This is the root. This is your body. This is the earth. This is grounding. This is emotions. And this is how I remember this. B-E-I-N-G, human being, body, emotion, intelligence, nurturing, and God, being. Anyway, lots of purple out there. Lots of crown chakra, third eye. See the messages. Accept the messages. Understand the messages. Open up your connection to your guides and speak your truth. Speak from a place of love. And you can't go wrong with all of that. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it there. You have a wonderful Monday, and check out my other channel. I posted earlier on the difference between sun, and sun. So, yeah, check it out. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great day, and we'll see you at the next one. Love and light.